Thousands of people who live along the sandy gully bank are at risk this evening after some land slippage. 2 houses were destroyed and the neighbors of the occupants are worried that they may meet the same fate. Nadine McLeod was in that neck of the woods.
Up to 11 o'clock last night, 15 people called this area home. But where their houses sat, there's now a gaping hole.
Like a transformer, burst open, and then we see the water coming over. The gully break, the gully bank break, and the water come all the way over to the house. That just like the gully coming up and the water catching light post and come right over inside and the house and start catching fire.
When the water rose along the gully bank, it took electric poles first. Then 2 houses went down. People were inside watching television, but somehow no one was hurt. They lost all their belongings, however. We were told that 3 other houses in the community were destroyed, but there was no evidence of that. On the other side of the gully, residents lost the land that comprised their backyard. Hours after disaster struck, Mayor of Kingston, Desmond McKenzie, was in the area offering temporary help.
We have to make some temporary arrangements for the persons that have been affected. Our councillor Prince have been instructed. She has been given the go-ahead by me to do whatever she deems necessary to offer some assistance to these persons. The KCC disaster response team will be providing some mattresses and some blankets and whatever we can just on a temporary basis.
The Member of Parliament, Peter Phillips, was also on hand to make an appeal.
We are urging the Office of Disaster Preparedness and particularly the National Works Agency, as soon as the weather allows, we're going to have to come in, we have to rebuild this gully here, otherwise the entire community, thousands of people are going to be at risk.
Mayor McKenzie is also concerned about that. But he said in the long term, legal issues must be considered.
The houses were located along this gully.
Known as the Sandy Gully, it's the largest drainage system in the country.
So the collapse of the houses has raised another concern: drain cleaning.
The Sandy Gully falls under the National Works Agency, but I know that the National Works Agency work closely with us and permission has been granted to a number of persons to desil the gully to ensure that there is smooth passage. But the magnitude of the rainfall that we've been getting, what this is saying to us that the soil has been saturated for a number of months, a number of years.
Mayor McKenzie said the Prime Minister is keeping a close tab on the issue, and a committee has been set up to review the overall drainage system in Jamaica. Nadine McLeod, TVJ News.
It was more of the same along another gully bank where people continue to risk their lives in precariously perched homes. McGregor Gully residents had a hard day drying out flooded homes, and those were the lucky ones. Nicole Hales McGowan was in the area.
When our cameras arrived, those who could escape the rising waters were getting out. Others looked on, pondering the ravages of another bad weather system. Last night, 3 sections of the McGregor Gully gave way, unleashing Mother Nature's aquatic fury. In its wake, residents rummaged through the mud and grime, trying to come to grips with their reality. This man braved the dirty waters, trying to clear a drain blocked by a fridge. Others looked on aimlessly, clueless of the dangers posed by these fallen power lines. I'm standing in one of the houses that has been ravaged by tropical storm Gustav. For residents here in McGregor Gully, many of them have lost everything. They've told us that they don't know how they're going to get their lives back in order.
It will last actually everything. If I can say everything will last. Bathroom, everything flow out in the house. Water coming from me last night and we reached right here, so I have a bag for help, and I'm going to cut out the ceiling for help, and everything gone. Everything washed out.
Tonight, most of the area's 2,000 residents will have to find shelter at the nearby community center.
Every home, I have been inside some of the homes that the water mark is higher than I am. I'm 5'1". The entire community needs help. There is not a mattress that is saved. There is not a pack of biscuit that is saved. Everything has washed out.
The parish disaster coordinator will be visiting the area shortly. Nicole Hales McGowan, TVJ News.
There were dramatic scenes as well in 2 communities just On the outskirts of the old capital, Gustav dumped millions of liters of water on the area, creating a torrent that resembled a mighty river. Here, residents suffered significant losses. Milton Walker reports.
In Cromarty and Windsor, the residents also came out on the losing end in the fight against nature. The torrential waters brought by Gustav dumped inches of rainfall in both communities. Water levels, particularly on the Cromarty side, were up to 8 feet in parts.
We saw the rain coming down and the breeze, and when I realized the water was just coming in because we had rising water also.
From about what time was this?
The rain started to fall from the day before, but yesterday it was extremely bad.
Miss Knight was rescued by her daughter and son-in-law around 7 o'clock last night. Others didn't leave, fearful of losing their property to unsafer elements.
It's a dramatic scene, man against nature, here on Windsor Road in Spanish Town. The water flowing behind me is flowing like a river. Behind me you can also see a car which is submerged, one of several we've seen in this area. Several houses on this side of the road have been flooded, as well as on the Cromarty side. Residents here say they need help.
Presently we are here, we are trying to offer some assistance. We have made contact with Spanish Town to receive a boat from a rescue unit in Portmore. So presently we are awaiting that to see the outcome.
But District Officer Harrison and his men were powerless without a boat to navigate the murky waters of Windsor. A JUTC bus was deployed to the area but left without passengers. The neighborhood has always had problems with flooding, but residents claim it's been made worse with recent road developments.
The drainage them block up, and the highway have a problem with all the situation, as I can see. The whole house them flood out because the highway and the drainage them block up. So the highway and the water now get run out. So the highway now, the highway ice up on a hill, the water can't get to run across going to the gully. So everything.
But there's water on either side.
Yeah.
How would that solve the problem?
Alright, just back in the days now, for 20 years, we live here now. See, for the highway bill, the highway never been what is the run across going to the gully. The Windsor we don't go right back, so we never have any problem here.
Some residents appear jaded in the wake of Gustav's visit. Miss Harrison, like so many others, has lost most, if not all, her belongings.
And I don't know how I'm going to manage, because everything in the house is all spoiled up. I don't have nothing left, just the clothes that is on my back.
What about your business at the front?
Well, groceries in the business also. The business, the shop and the bar has grocery in there. Everything is just spoiled up.
Meanwhile, adults and children continue to frolic in the muddy, perhaps disease-ridden waters, seemingly oblivious to the potential health risks. Milton Walker, TVJ News.
We visited other parts of St. Catherine and bring you this report from Krista Samuels.
Pretty much the sentiment all around for residents of the St. Catherine communities our camera crew visited. And though it's a condition a tropical country like ours has got quite used to, seeing people maneuver through waters this high never ceases to startle. This is Fraser's content. The roads transformed into pools as Gustav slowly made its way across the island between last night and today. The people here say they've lost everything.
Everything went up there. I'm going to hear them. Louis got much up now. Don't stop me. See that? I'm Louis and don't see her road.
Many persons had to seek refuge at this lady's house, but they say many others are trapped. And they point to poor development work as the cause.
They build a trench. The trench cannot carry the water. The trench can't carry the water because all the water from off the hill come down and lodge on us. The pond that they say they dump up, that system is totally wrong. We need some help right about now. There are people up there who can't even cross to come across. They need assistance to come across.
It seems the Mora correspondent Everton Thorpe traveled with residents to see their homes the worst it got. And by the time we arrived in Fairview Park and the Friendship Meadows, it seemed almost every house got a touch. Over in the Tawes Meadows and the Tawes Pen areas, residents called on immediate help as all their clothes and children's school supplies had washed away in the nearby gully. That's a sore point for the residents who could hardly differentiate the gully from the canal. They say water from
from several other communities, as well as a nearby sewage, washed into the gully, and they're now worried about possible health hazards.
Every time the rain falls, it always damage from round the gully and come right in. For how many years now? Is it first I ever see this happen here? Because the drain need to clean. And we had a lot of children here, and we have epidemic. Anytime epidemic can break out.
Krista Samuels reporting for TVJ News.